Okay guys, so I'm going to make a quick video on the annotated bibliography entry assignment. You have 3 of these due over the course of the semester. This is the first one. Um, this is basically an assignment to get you ready to write a real annotated bibliography in some other class at some other time. I'm not making you guys do one, but I'm familiarizing you with that format and also helping you get a head start on some of your research with this assignment. So basically, an annotated bibliography is going to be like a list of all of the readings that you plan on potentially using for a research paper, right? A lot of people will use that as a way to get into research that they need to do to develop ideas for a paper that they want to write. And so they'll end up writing down everything that they've looked at that is associated with their topic or their subject or their specific text that they're writing about. And so you'll have like an MLA citation, right, which is identical to the citation you'd use in a works cited page. And then that's followed by a brief paragraph that explains the source material that they've finished reading, right? So it would be an article, right, on the uncanny in Frankenstein, or on objection in Frankenstein, or on, literacy in Frankenstein. Um, Something like that, right? And then you would include in that summary a statement of like how you think you would be able to use that that source to help you with your own research, or to help you with your argument, or to help you explore your topic or whatever. Okay. So with this, you're going to want to use peer-reviewed sources. So again, use the UNM library, use their databases and periodicals. Um, I'm gonna, I think, add a link to the library for this week, so you guys can go straight to that. Um, and then what you're gonna do is read through the handout, right? This kind of like breaks down each piece of what an annotated bibliography entry will look like. And then again, like, make sure it's not a review of a book. Like, don't go find a review of Frankenstein, right? This is or a review of an article that is about Frankenstein. Like, read an actual article or read a book on the uncanny or something like that. For the purposes of this course, I would suggest steering clear of trying to read an entire book and to focus on reading, right, articles or chapters of anthologies or things like that that are related to your research subject or your interest. Okay, and in terms of like what you're researching or thinking about, like, look at your discussion board posts so far. You guys have been posting like really great stuff, and you've had a lot of really great insights about the reading so far, and kind of think about, okay, what is this? How can I turn this into like a larger research question, right? And again, like, try not to, I'd prefer if you didn't quote anything from the article or the essay that you look at for this, right? Like, just try to make most of it in your own words, right? They say you can quote more than like a sentence or two, like, but I there's really no reason. Like, the whole purpose is summarizing what you've read rather than reproducing it. Okay, and then down here, what I've done actually is given you guys an example of an annotated bibliography entry. So when you submit your annotated bibliography entry to me, it should look like, whoops, it should look like this section right here. Well, okay, anyway, from Ramirez, right, to approach, right? That should be about what you're submitting. It'll be a little bit longer here. I think this is about 180 words total or something. And you're looking for somewhere between 200 and 250 words total for this assignment. So this right here is the citation. Okay, this is identical to what would go on a works cited page. And then after that, here is the summary of what this particular article says, right? So this is an annotated bibliography that I did for part of my dissertation. Ramirez is actually a scholar that I use a lot. And what is basically, I explain, right, what she's doing with the article. I explain what field she's engaging in, right? And then I kind of show how it's relevant to my work in particular, right? So if I'd done a slightly better job, I would have added a sentence that said, I'm going to use this, right, to show exactly where Chicano futurism started, right? Because Ramirez is one of like the founding writers of that kind of like genre approach. Um, so note for my failure there, guys. But here I kind of just explained what you want to do, and I explained what we're looking at here. And then here is a link that goes directly to Purdue OWL's guidelines for writing citations for periodicals, right? Actually, I'm going to click on it really quick and you guys can just see. That'll open here. Periodicals. Scholarly articles are considered a type of periodical because they are published periodically, right? And this has like write an article in a magazine, article in a newspaper, a review, right? Don't use a review, editorial letter, da, 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 anonymous articles, an article in a scholarly journal. And that's what we're looking for here. So you'll use this guide. And I think the examples are one of the most useful things, right? They explain a lot of stuff, but the examples are the best way to do it really is just see how they've broken down the information and then do it that way. And there you go. So if we go back to this, this link here will go straight to the periodical section of Purdue. This one here goes to like their more generalized section on MLA formatting and citations and stuff, which is going to be useful over the course, but it's not exactly what you want for right now. Okay. Yeah, so this is the assignment. Okay, it's gonna be a little bit stressful at first if you've never done something like this before, but then once you get the hang of it, it'll be easy. Okay, so the other thing is if you use a citation generator, again, please go to the website of OWL Purdue anyway and check your citation because the citation generators are machines. They don't understand what they're looking at half the time. They don't understand how to like read a lot of the information that they're looking at. And so they'll produce really messed up citations. And I don't want you to get a bad grade because part of your grade is to get the citation correct. So even if you want to use the citation generator, then go to this website right here and check and make sure that the generator made the citation correctly. Okay. Also, with that said, I had originally planned for you guys to submit this part first and then the journal afterwards so that you could use this as part of the research that you do for your journal entry, right? So again, I would still suggest doing that. As I stated in the last announcement, if you did the introduction reading by Shelley, you can actually use that for this section, for the annotated bibliography, and kind of like create the citation for it, explain what that text is doing, and how it would be useful to you in a potential like paper of some sort, right? The next thing you would have to do though is you'd end up having to like write your journal kind of about a potential paper idea for Frankenstein. So keep that in mind. And that is it for this assignment. Let me know if you guys have questions.